Welcome to Pop Culture Addicts, the weekly show that brings you interviews and discussions with people in our pop culture world.
So, okay, addicts, are you ready for your pop culture fix? Welcome to Pop Culture Addicts. Our guest today is a musician, an author, a game designer. We are happy to welcome Robert Brown from Abney Park to Pop Culture Addicts.
Thank you, Kathleen. I'm very delighted to be here.
Hey, thank you for joining us. We're excited about this.
So I have been a fan of Abney Park for about 9 years now, but your newest album, Giants of Iron and Steam, is different in any of the 20 plus albums that you've released before. What sets it apart from the others?
Well, so technically it's not an Abney Park album, so to speak, but it is all of Abney Park, but it's kind of more than that as well. So, all of Abney Park is on the album, and I wrote and sing in it as well, but it's actually a musical with a full cast of professional actors, and it's sort of a musical audio book, if that makes any sense.
It does.
So it's a whole fully dramatized story with a huge plot, and also about 18 different songs. So it is kind of a big deal. And I could be wrong, but to me, at least from my standpoint, I feel like this is sort of unique in the universe. I don't think I've ever seen a musical album before. The only exception to that is that I know that Andrew Lloyd Webber, when he first wrote Jesus Christ Superstar, he couldn't find any stage that would accept such a controversial topic as that. And so he released that first as an album. And then the album got very popular, had a bunch of number one hits off of it. And then eventually they turned it into a huge Broadway musical. And then it turned into a movie. And so, fingers crossed, maybe something like that will happen to me. Probably not, but that'd be
but that would be amazing if it did. That would be
That'd
really
be
cool.
Yeah,
it would.
So as the non-musical resident here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tim, I got to jump in. I was watching a bunch of your guys' episodes to get familiar with this. And I was watching your Star Wars episode, and I'm just sort of scrolling through to see what you're covering. And it immediately jumps in with the phrase, I don't like musicals. And it's like 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, great.
I was thinking about that, because the only other musical that I've actually really ever gotten behind was Phantom of the Opera.
Okay, well, so I got one for you. You ready for this?
Yeah.
The character in my musical that is about to come out, the cast member who plays the role of Mary Parks actually played Christine Daae in the touring version of Phantom of the Opera.
Whoa.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Told you we had a good cast.
That is an impressive voice, too.
Yeah. No.
Those are some hard songs.
Yeah. She's phenomenal.
I'll share that with my wife. I mean, now, when does the musical version of this get released?
You're talking about the album?
Yes.
May 27th. It's actually on my birthday this year, so in a couple of weeks.
There we go. All right, cool. So we'll make sure that
that's a really cool birthday present.
Yeah.
I applaud the thinking there, sir. Very good.
So you usually write for the band with yourself as the lead vocalist, but with this cast of vocalists, each has a different range, each has a different voice. So how did that affect your writing, not just in the terms of the key range, but even in the instrumentation and the arrangements?
It was really, really challenging because if I'm writing for there's a teenage girl character in Giants of Iron and Steam, Effie Winters, and she's one of the leads. And I had to sing this so that it would sound good, sung in a teenage girl's much higher range than mine. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to do this or not, but there is a whole version of this musical with me singing all of the parts.
I would pay for
singing the romantic boy, the romantic girl, two me's singing to each other.
Singing a love ballad to yourself. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, no, it was crazy because I wrote the musical the same way that I would write an album, which is that I recorded all of the parts myself, and then I would send them off to cast members. And I'd have to be forgiving of myself. If the notes went really, really high and my voice started to crack up there, I have to be like, okay. Just remember, it doesn't matter because nobody's going to hear this. Maybe.
I think you could release it as bonus content.
I could release, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that if I feel like embarrassing myself. Some of the songs I really, really liked how they sounded in my voice. And I would love for people to hear that as well. So maybe I'll do that.
I really like the idea of listening to you sing a love ballad to yourself. That just
Hey, Prince did it all the time.
So when you sing that love ballad, are you singing it in different vocal ranges to reflect the different characters, or are you just singing it as you?
No, definitely different vocal ranges, because I had to, and that was one of the fun things about doing this is when I'm writing for Abney Park, whatever I write, I have to be able to take it on stage and take it on tour. And so I can't really write a lot of complex harmonies or like fugue sort of back and forths with vocals, because there's only going to be me singing. And so with Giants of Iron and Steam, I could take write a 3-part song where 3 different parts are interweaving and singing at the same time, and, or a 6-part or a 10-part song in a way that I just can't do with Abney Park stuff. So it really gave me a whole lot more canvas to paint on.
I'm so excited for this.
Oh, I'm glad.
As you've been teasing about it and hinting about it on your Facebook, and I'm like,
we've been talking about this for weeks.
Oh my gosh, I want it.
So pack up the firebox, pull to the 8th, and us will follow the know your